What is going on, world? Steve Dab with another segment of an episode or whatever you want to call it. I know lately I've been talking about getting some humic acid out in my lawn. Well, it finally arrived. And today, that's what I'm going to do is do a quick application. One thing I do want to show you is that this stuff is extremely, actually, here's what I'll do. This stuff is extremely concentrated, and it actually requires for a first application of the year. This is my first application of this year. It asks for 4 ounces per gallon. So what I ended up doing was using my I've got a 4-gallon backpack sprayer. I've already got 4 gallons of water in there. So basically 4 ounces, 4 gallons, that's 16 ounces. What I did instead of oh, look at that. There you go, buddy. So what I did instead of measuring out individually, I just took this 16.9 ounce bottle and I filled it not so quite to the top. Very, very, very difficult to go wrong or overdo it dealing with this stuff. So I've already poured it out, so I don't have to waste your time with watching me measure ounce after ounce, or 2 ounce after 2 ounce, I should say. But to show you how concentrated this stuff is, look, I'm going to put in a small amount and just watch what it does to the water. So that's all I've put in there, right? And hopefully I can shake this without you see it at the bottom, and granted it's heavier than just water, but you see how it's filling in, and that'll just kind of rise. But I mean, even with that small amount, it is going to make this water dark, but very, very dense, very much concentrated. And you can see at this point it pretty much looks black, almost like oil or something, or extremely dark brown. So there's that. I'll go ahead and I'll probably stop the video. I'll go ahead and shake this, get it prepared, and then I may do a little bit of video while I am out applying it. All right, so listen, today is actually day 2 with this video. I actually loaded up the 4-gallon backpack sprayer, put in the battery, turned it on, and nothing. You know, wouldn't kick on, wouldn't do anything. I fidgeted with it a bit, messing around with the wires, took it apart a bit at the bottom near the motor, and I got it to run for a second, and then it cut right back off. So I'm like, I'm not going to deal with it. I've got one of those little 1-gallon sprayers. I was going to try using that, and I was like, this is just a killer. The little single hand pump. Hold on. So this thing, which I have, you know, I have a few of these laying around. Usually I use them for just vegetation killer. I use one of them for, and I label them or whatever. But things where, usually I use these for things where I don't need a lot of, and I'll never have to use it for anything else again. And I label them for that reason. But anyway, so my cousin stopped by. He's like, hey, just go ahead and get the Orm Power one, because I didn't want to spend another $200 for one of these. So I settled on this thing here. This, can you see it? I know the lighting, there you go. All right, so I settled on this here, one of those Roundup manual pump 4-gallon sprayers. Do me a favor, if you've had any experience with this, let me know your thoughts. I probably am going to open it, but at least you can tell me things to look forward to, if it's worked great for you, or if it was horrible and I should have went with something different. But anyways, I'm going to get this out, assembled, switch everything from this sprayer into the manual sprayer, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so I've got all set up. I got my fan tip sprayer on, and I'll show a little bit of this. Obviously, I won't be able to pump and spray at the same time, but looks like I'm going to be applying this in a single. I probably should have got those leaves up, but it's right at the fence line. I'm not overly concerned about it. All right, so yeah, that's kind of what I'll be doing. So again, I'll follow back up and tune back in once I no longer have to pump as well as spray. Now I'm also curious about how much pumping I need to do to get this to go the length of the yard. I do try to be pretty true at the property line for obvious reasons. But yeah, what I think, once I get to the end of this one, what I think I'll end up doing is just walking, but I'll be able to pump with my other arm. So I shouldn't have to stop doing a process. It should be to a point where I can just kind of constantly move. Looks like it takes me 6 pumps maybe to get this to capacity. Yep. Got this area here. My guy who mows for my neighbor, he actually has a tractor. Turns aren't great, obviously, and so yeah, that'll be another discussion.